control the show completely. Anybody that controls your treasury or your money, your household, they're controlling you. And that's what's happening around the world. So since 1694, that's when the rot started, when King William of Orange sold the Bank of England to privateers, to banksters. So they also sold the area we're in now. The 1.2 square mile city of London is a private entity. It's got its own sovereignty. It's not part of the United Kingdom. So this 1.2 square mile, which is governed by a council of 12 and the City of London mayor, but they represent the top 13 families around the world. But you know, and the scenario is, in here as well, the 1.2 square mile, not only did they control the banking around the world, every country except for 3 nations, so they're controlling countries around the world, except for 3 nations. They're also controlling the judiciary around the world, which is why all the court cases that have been taking place here and around the world have been falling flat. They control the judiciary because the Bar Association at the Four Inns of Court at Crown Temple, the Four Inns of Court at Crown Temple, which is Inner Temple, Middle Temple, Gray's Inn and Lincoln's Inn, they're controlling the Bar Association around the world. It's a private club. It's not a corporation, a private club. And they control even the franchise, the Bar Association franchises, even to the military might of America. So they're controlling the judiciary, they're controlling the banking system. Now, you police that's on the periphery out there and over here, let me say to you, because many of you think you're working, yes, for the Crown, but the Crown is not the Crown you think it is. The Crown that you believe you're working for is actually Crown Temple. Crown Temple at the Four Inns of Court, created by the Bar Association, is created what is called the Maritime Legal Legislation, which is legal but not lawful. Now, that maritime law is not the law of the land, it's piracy, it's the law of the sea, and it was created here in the 1.2 square mile City of London at the Four Inns of Court. Now, I'm speaking to you officers in the periphery over there because this is so important, because i.e. the 48 chief constables, I know many of you think there's only 43 constabularies, but it's actually 48 when you include nuclear, Westminster, police, etc. So the 4 chief constables that you're taking orders from, and the superintendents, they know what is happening here and around the world. All the documents have been given to these chief constables for the past 2 years of the fraud that's taking place. They've been given the documents. They're complicit with these crimes. Now, they've been given, Met Police was given them again about 4 months ago. And they said they would do something. They've done nothing because the 48 chief constables do not work for you. They're not working for the country. They are controlled by the City of London, the 13 families, and the 300 shareholders, the Committee of 300. And that Committee of 300, those 13 people, goes back generations, hundreds of years. So the next head of family takes over. Now they're controlling nation states. What is happening is completely insane. If they're controlling the judiciary and the money supply around the world, which yes, they now wanted to turn into a central bank digital currency. I know you people out here know, but there's people listening on live stream and these officers may not know. But when that central bank digital currency comes in, it is programmable. They can completely control. So if they put a lockdown on again, you can't get any money if you're 1 mile away from your house. If they don't want you to shop in certain shops, it isn't going to work. And what they're also doing now, the reason everything is inflation's gone through the roof is because they've orchestrated it. It's the same on every Western nation. It's orchestrated. They did the lockdowns. During the lockdowns in 2020, it was to bankrupt every small and medium business, because these 300 shareholders and the City of London, they own all the big multinationals. They want to completely take over. So what they're doing right now is they're resuming that takeover. They want to bankrupt every small and medium business, and they're doing that now with the fuel. Because restaurants and all they can't absorb a 5, 6, 7, or 800% increase in their fuel. Now, the reason they've done this as well, the way they've got away with it, the past 2.5 years, they've been limiting the leases on the drill rigs for the gas and oil drill rigs to keep supply down, to keep gas and oil supply down. Pushes the prices up. That's how it's been done. Now, we've had some successes with some of the judges in America, especially one state in particular. I don't want to state where it is. He's a target anyway by these people, because they don't want people that's going to try and stop, i.e. trying to act against them. But most judges here, all these court cases here, especially the Royal Courts of Justice, or should I say injustice, because no justice is going to happen there. They're all controlled. They are all controlled by the Bar Association, because they get their license around the world. Every barrister, every judge, every attorney in the world get their license to operate from here at the Foreigners of Court at Crown Temple. So, if you're controlling the judiciary, then yes, as I say, we've had some successes in America by some brave judges that are standing out to them. In fact, recently, he put a writ against Biden because they're doing the same over there, same as they're doing here, i.e. to release the leases for the drilling rigs to increase supply. Because not only do they want to bankrupt all medium and small businesses, they also want to bankrupt individual households. It's just a resumption of what's been happening in 2020. Now, I'll speak to these police again on the periphery, because like I say, you're supposed to represent the people. I know we've got City of London police here, we've got some Metropolitan Police over here, but you are supposed to work for the people. If you're getting orders from your chief constables and superintendents that are unlawful, you have to reject it. It's your family. It's your families that will also suffer with this. Now, the documents that were given to the Met Police twice over the past year and a half, they've gone through and they've sat on it for 2 months, and they've just released it without doing anything. Because, as I said to you, your superiors, they haven't been chosen. Your superintendents and your chief constables, they haven't been chosen for integrity and honesty and good at their job. They've been chosen because they've agreed to do whatever they're asked to do. Now, these